do you think of the game today?
What I think of the game is, if it proves anything more than whatever, the bottom line is Antonio's got to stay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you think he will?
I don't. I think it's already a done deal. But if you get this, the biggest mistake Chelsea have made, if you look at the Chelsea season since Ancelotti left, we haven't had consistent success since. You've got to stay with one manager. Ferguson proved that. But
if you look at Chelsea's success rate, clearly the system works. You get rid of a manager, you get a new one in, and they end up doing well, winning the league.
But if you listen to the fans, season ticket holder since I've been 5 years old, if you listen to the fans, you want a manager that's got loyalty. I don't think loyalty exists in English football anymore. But if you listen to what the fans are feeling after today's game, before today's game, like in the last game, we were 3-0 down at Newcastle while I was there. You'll hear the fans singing Antonio, Antonio. They're singing that for a reason, because the guy has brought them a loyalty. And I think it's our transfer policy that is pushing him out, and that does need to change. Like,
well, surely he knew that coming into the club that this was the potential to happen. You know, you come here for Chelsea 2 years, you win something, and you're still not guaranteed a job the season after.
I think that's where the bottom line. That's where the bottom line lays. I think it will never happen, because we always recruit a manager that's never going to be bigger than the club. Like, admittedly, Arsene Wenger's now left a club that he's built up from the transfer policy, the training policy, etc., etc. But I think something needs to happen in Chelsea where a manager is now bigger than Roman Abramovich. Like, don't get me wrong, like I say, when I was a tiny kid, like my first game was Chelsea West Ham 5-1, hashtag Gianfranco Zola. But something needs to change in Chelsea where the manager can then build the club rather than the club build the manager. And that's where the lesson lies. And until that changes, nothing will change at Chelsea. Admittedly, we're always going to have success with such a big club, and we've got money behind Roman. But we need a manager that's going to be loyal if we're going to have guarantee. So at the moment, we're first, fourth, first, third, first, sixth. We need someone who's going to be first, second, third. Like, as a Chelsea supporter, consistent fan, we need someone who's going to have consistent top four. Like, and if you're a real Chelsea fan, you don't care if you finish first or 10th, you're always going to turn up to games. And that's what we need consistently.
What about today's performance? Are you happy with the way it panned out? Obviously, you won, but was this performance good enough, or is it been how Chelsea's been this season?
FA Cup final win is 1-0. And any true football fan, if anyone knows anything about football, 1-0 is a good result. It doesn't matter if it's 5-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 7-6. As long as you get the win, it doesn't matter. Admittedly, Antonio has always been a manager built on. That's my girlfriend. I'll decline the call. But as long as you, Antonio's a manager built on defence. He's an Italian manager, come from Juventus. Done my first 3 coaching badges. But he's a manager built on defence. So if you're going to get the win at the end of the day, that's all that matters. As he proved in his first season, undoubtedly, it's gutting that Man City have broken our points record this season. But if he's going to win us a Premier League title, as you saw today, the fans are singing his name. They don't want him to go. So if he's finished 5th in FA Cup, we know we're going to get Champions League next season. Don't get me wrong, Klopp has done an unreal change in Liverpool. Everyone thought Liverpool were going to drop off, but they've put in a form.
Is top 5 or fifth place in the league and the FA Cup a successful season for Chelsea, or not good enough?
Admittedly, I think. Admittedly, I think. Under any other circumstance, Chelsea fans and supporters think if it's top 5 and a cup and loyalty, fans will say yes. If it's top 5 and a cup and no loyalty, Chelsea fans will say no. But I think Chelsea fans, seeing in the first, I think it's in the first 10 years of Roman Abramovich, we saw 7 different managers. So I think I think Chelsea fans want some sort of loyalty at the end of the day.
Okay, brilliant.
Until that changes, that's all that matters.